Your tomatoes are dying, your peppers won't grow, and you have no idea why. You water them, you give them sun, you even talk to them like your grandma used to, but something is still wrong. Here's the truth. The problem might not be your soil. It might not be the weather. It might be sitting right next to your vegetables in your own garden. Some plants are silent killers. They look pretty. They seem harmless, but they steal water, block sunlight, or release chemicals that poison the soil around them. Today, I'm going to show you 10 plants you should never grow next to your vegetables. Number 7 on this list is in almost every backyard garden in America, and it might be the reason your harvest keeps failing. Let's get into it. 1. Fennel. Fennel looks soft and pretty. It has feathery leaves and a light smell, but don't let that fool you. Fennel releases a chemical from its roots. This chemical stops many vegetables from growing well. Tomatoes, beans, and peppers all suffer next to fennel. This matters because one wrong plant choice can quietly ruin your whole vegetable bed, even if everything else looks fine. But fennel isn't even the worst one. The next plant on this list is one people grow on purpose next to vegetables, thinking it helps. 2. Flowering tobacco. Flowering tobacco is beautiful. It smells amazing at night. Many gardeners plant it near their vegetable patch for good looks. But this plant can carry a virus called mosaic virus. This virus spreads easily to tomatoes and peppers. Once it spreads, there is no cure. This matters because a single infected plant can wipe out your whole tomato crop in just a few weeks. Now here's a plant that seems totally unrelated to vegetables, but it's actually stealing something your vegetables need to survive. 3. Sunflowers. Sunflowers are tall and cheerful. Kids love them, but they are not friendly neighbors. Sunflowers release a chemical into the soil that can stunt the growth of potatoes and beans. They also have deep roots that soak up water fast, leaving little for nearby vegetables. This matters because your vegetables need every drop of water and nutrients to grow strong. And sunflowers take more than their share. But water isn't the only thing plants compete for. The next one on this list fights for something even more important: space to breathe. 4. Fenugreek. Fenugreek is often used as a herb or cover crop. It's small and doesn't look dangerous at all, but fenugreek can attract pests like aphids. These pests then jump over to nearby vegetables and spread fast. It also competes hard for nitrogen in the soil. This matters because nitrogen is like food for your vegetables. Without enough of it, your plants stay weak and small. Here's a plant that many gardeners actually trust the most, believing it protects their garden. It does the opposite. 5. Wormwood. Wormwood is often planted as a natural pest repellent. People believe it keeps bugs away from vegetables, but wormwood releases a strong chemical from its leaves and roots. This chemical can stop nearby plants from growing at all, including your vegetables. This matters because a plant meant to protect your garden can end up damaging the very crops you're trying to grow. Now let's talk about a plant that looks completely innocent, almost like a weed, but causes serious harm underground. 6. Black walnut and walnut trees nearby. You might not plant a walnut tree on purpose, but if one is nearby, it can affect your whole garden. Walnut trees release a substance called juglone from their roots. Juglone is toxic to many vegetables, especially tomatoes, peppers, and potatoes. Even old walnut roots left in soil can cause harm for years. This matters because this danger can come from far away, not just from plants right next to your vegetables. The next plant on this list is one almost every American backyard has. And most people don't know it's a problem. 7. Fruit trees. Like apple or cherry, fruit trees give shade and beauty to a yard. But planting vegetables too close to them is a common mistake. Fruit tree roots spread wide and deep. They take up most of the water and nutrients in the soil. On top of that, their branches block sunlight that vegetables need to grow strong. This matters because your vegetables may look okay for a while, but they will slowly weaken and produce less food over time. Here's a plant most people think is totally safe, even good for the garden. But it has a hidden downside. 8. Dill. When fully grown, dill is actually helpful when it's young. It attracts good insects. But once dill grows tall and starts to flower, things change. Mature dill can slow down the growth of carrots and tomatoes. It also attracts pests that can spread to nearby crops as it ages. This matters because timing is everything in gardening. A plant that helps early can hurt later if you don't manage it. Next is a plant known for its strong smell. Many gardeners think it's a natural bug spray, but it can backfire. 9. Rue. Rue has a strong, bitter smell. Some gardeners use it to keep pests away, but rue can irritate the growth of basil and sage. It also releases substances into the soil that can affect nearby plants, causing them to grow slower or weaker. This matters because not every natural pest control plant is safe for your whole garden. Some solve one problem while creating another. And now, the final plant on this list. It's one of the most surprising, because most people believe it belongs in every vegetable garden. 10. Potatoes. Next to other nightshades, potatoes are a classic garden vegetable. But planting them near tomatoes, peppers, or eggplants is a mistake many people make. These plants are all in the same family. This means they attract the same pests and diseases, like blight. If one gets sick, the disease can spread fast to all of them. This matters because grouping similar plants together can multiply your risks instead of your rewards. And that brings us to the full picture of what your garden might be silently fighting against. Gardening is not just about sun and water. It's about who you plant next to who. Sometimes, the biggest threat to your vegetables isn't a bug or a storm. It's the quiet plant standing right beside them. Take a look at your garden today. You might be surprised by what you find growing side by side.